My thing is I'm not putting value on anyone just because they have money. That's my thing. Always going to be that way, and I don't care what you think about that.
Anyone who tries to pretend cats are as good as dogs
Really criticized Tate for saying that depression isn't real.
I can't believe he said that.
And the following month, he weighed in on the Me Too movement.
I'm like
saying that
women should clean up. Not only should women clean up, women should clean up unprompted.
Andrew also opened.
I'm gonna need you to shut up.
I don't think the world has ever been equal.
And Andrew's bold
it hasn't.
And opinions
like, sir, let him know.
Whole demeanor made it hard for viewers to determine whether or not he was being sarcastic.
Right. And what he could have done is did what Def Noodles did and just said it was a joke, switched his stuff up, and became a comedian.
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
It has the juice.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Hi, I know it's a little weird, but let's hop into part 2. Before we do so, though, the comments. Can y'all calm down? Like, wow, y'all really are defending Andrew Tate, and that's fine. Defend your king if you feel the need to, but I can tell when there's new people on my channel. It's very, very easy to tell who's new because they don't know who they're talking to. You know what I mean? It's like, did you not watch the whole video? Anyways, today is the day out of all of the days that I literally have began to feel what Andrew Tate says is not real, aka depression. I have not felt the need to get off of this earth this strongly since like June. It's been forever, but for some reason I'm just very much like, oh, here we go again, you know. And I know why. It's because the holidays are coming up. Ugh. November and December are the worst months of the year. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Love it in the aspect of like, I love the time period, but I hate it socially, globally, energy-wise, the way people act, the way people perceive everything, the way people perceive others. Like, I hate it. So, speaking of staying alive, which Andrew Tate clearly has done well, even being banned and censored, which is crazy. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Also, another comment. I don't know what I was thinking wearing makeup in the last video. I should have known better not to wear any makeup, because one thing about me is I am not the Instagram baddies, okay? Like, the second people be in the comments like, well, of course you think that you're attractive. I am not, okay? And let's stop acting like I am. I am to my standard, or maybe the standards of others, but when it comes to, you know, a man deciding, okay, me or the Instagram baddie that has over 10K followers and has the biggest boobs or whatever, she is more promiscuous, whatever it may be, maybe she's just a bimbo and she doesn't talk as much as me, right? That man is gonna pick her over me every single day. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter what age they are. Like, at this point, I know. So, with a fresh face today, okay, we had to show them who I really am, what I really look like, because what are you talking about? Like, it's the way every time I have an opinion on something, my looks have to determine it. It's like, okay, let me be as ugly as I can so that I can at least have a voice that matters. I don't want to give a brief overview of what I think of this video until the end, because I think that's not fair, and I kind of hate when people do it to me. So yeah, watch the whole video before we criticize. But I completely hear what you guys are saying in the aspects of her being biased. I don't think that that's wrong. Obviously, there were a couple parts that I also didn't agree with either, and that didn't even necessarily have to do with gender. Oh, also, this is the mask. It is very much clear cucumber gel regular mask. Like, I can barely even feel anything, child. I doubt it's even doing nothing. And we're back. Mr. Andrew.
Around this time, Tate ran into a major problem
Did he?
that almost completely destroyed his cam girl business.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Aw, poor guy. Andrew owned a 10-bedroom house that became the workspace.
We're starting a little earlier, by the way.
Cam girls. One day, a woman, I'm hoping, right, drank too much wine, which caused her to, get sick, and, Tate demanded her to clean up after herself, and apparently she refused. Of course, this is the story that he alleges.
So I had a whole bunch of girls working for me who weren't really about it. And then I had one girl, and she got too drunk one day, and she threw up in my apartment. I told her to clean up. She refused to clean up. Started being an idiot.
Which started an argument between the two. Andrew then threw her out of the house, and she was really upset by that because he still owed her money, and she begged him to pay her the $1,000 that he owed her.
Got her, we're like high up here, out the window, so out the window. Got her by her two arms and marched her out the door, locked the door, and she starts texting me, you owe me my last month's wages, you owe me my money, give me my money. Then I text her back, I ain't paying you nothing, you threw up my blah, 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 blah. She went to the police. Oh, shit.
You're running a business here, a legit business apparently. It's kind of illegal not to pay your employees. You should know that. But Andrew Tate did not, and 3 months later, at 5 o'clock in the morning, the English police raided his house, taking $100,000 worth of electronics. The woman that he threw out a few days earlier told the authorities that he physically assaulted her, which prompted this raid. However, other women of the house did defend Andrew and claimed that he didn't hit her and that the accuser was lying. And I have no idea what the
Okay,
truth
so that
of
part
this
right there, is that what you guys are talking about? Meaning, because I don't know of women that like Andrew Tate. So when I was like reading some of y'all's comments, I was so confused. So there are, or I guess there is, women that like Andrew Tate or follow Andrew Tate, but they are mostly attractive women. That was a comment in the comment section. Y'all let me know, because I don't know nothing about this man, dude. Like, I'm not about to sit here and act like I know.
situation is, so I'm just gonna state what's been reported.
Pause for a second, I heard police! And I was like,
It took Tate 2 years and $450,000 in legal fees, or was it pounds? Not sure. For the case to be dropped and for him not to be charged with any crimes.
I ain't gonna lie,
The
this is
situation
so
also
cooling.
prompted his move to
And I'm hot right
Romania,
now, so I
which,
keep putting
according
more.
to him, was the ideal country for him to live in. According
so
to
good.
Andrew, he moved to Romania so that he could participate in a corrupt society.
Romania's, I probably shouldn't say something that I'm going to. Romania's completely corrupt from head to toe. I have a very, very extensive network in Romania. I like to make this very clear. One of the reasons I love living there so much is because I'm at the very top echelon of society. If I need to speak to the Prime Minister, I can make that happen.
And in Romania, he tried to start multiple new businesses as well.
I bet he did. My thing is, I'm not putting value on anyone just because they have money. That's my thing. Always gonna be that way, and I don't care what you think about that. Point blank, period.
There's not a lot of information online about his various companies. However, he did purchase a significant portion of land and now cultivates tobacco
Is that his
to
brother?
produce his own cigars. He also owns 10%
Or am I
of Real
tripping?
Extreme Fighting, or RXF, a Romanian mixed martial arts promotion company based in Brasov, Romania.
I own 10% of RXF, which is the Romanian UFC.
In 2017, Andrew decided to further ramp up his social media presence, taking to YouTube and more to Twitter to start sharing his thoughts on different worldviews and topics.
Anyone who tries to pretend cats are as good as dogs is by default.
I still can't believe he said that.
How tough you think you are. Turbulence is scary. Hello, you lucky people.
Wait.
Listen to me again, smartest man in the world.
Once again,
I don't care how tough you are. Turbulence is scary. I didn't hear that last time. I don't even want to say it. But I agree with that. You guys, turbulence is terrifying. I had a panic attack literally on the flight because of the turbulence. Like I literally, like, I hate moments like that when I'm by myself in public and I can't control myself physically because of an emotional response. It's the worst. Like, those are the moments where I'm like, damn, I'm really gonna die out here. Like, meaning when I'm like 60 and frail or 70 and I'm by myself, like, somebody could just kill me and it's just gonna be a wrap because I ain't gonna have no husband and nobody to, like, you know, take care of me. That is one of those moments. Like, turbulence is scary. Like, I agree with that.
and utilizing the echo chamber and the thoughts of lonely men to gain a niche following of people who supported in and believed in his worldview. And more controversy followed Tate in September of 2017, when mental health charities heavily criticized Tate for saying that depression isn't real.
I can't believe he said
In the
that.
following month, he weighed in on the Me Too movement,
I'm, like,
saying
shook.
that women should bear some responsibility for being R-worded.
I think that if we're going to live in a world where we believe men and women are equal, then we should all have personal responsibility. Not just the men. The women should have a degree of personal responsibility. What I'm saying is that a woman needs to wake up and understand that if she puts herself in a position where it's easy for something to happen to her, which is bad, that's not a very intelligent thing to do, and she must bear some responsibility for that decision.
He's right. He's right about that. He's right about that. Let's not talk about the R word part because that's just a whole nother scenario. But he's right about that. And I actually was very much not in that mindset for quite some time. A little bit after May, I actually had to. Well, I've told you guys a little bit. Why I switched therapist, or I should say, I added a therapist that was more centered in sexual abuse and sexual trauma. And yeah, like it's a hard pill to swallow, but yeah, there are certain situations that women put themselves in, and it puts them in some dangerous situations. And yeah, sometimes it is, you do got to take I mean, for me, that's what I did. I know that a lot of people, at least a couple months ago when I was having this like conflict, at least for me, a lot of people wanted me to do differently and be more on the side of like go to the police and all of this other stuff. But for me, I felt like I had to take responsibility of even caring to put myself in the situation. Like that's where I messed up, right? That was my fault, putting trust in somebody who was not trustworthy. Even though I wasn't aware of that, I thought he was trustworthy. Just like keep your word. And that's it. That's really just all I care for people to do. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
A view he has since continually repeated, and which in part led to him being banned on Twitter. Meanwhile, on YouTube,
that's
who was
what led
already
to the Twitter
uploading
ban.
videos on his opinions on various topics, started posting vlogs to showcase his luxurious lifestyle, and started uploading shorter videos where he spoke his mind on various topics.
Is he banned on YouTube too?
Oh, well, we've never tried matriarchy. We've only tried matriarchy all along. So listen.
Is that
Yeah.
was that Louis C.K.?
Abrasive delivery and cold demeanor made it hard for viewers to determine whether or not he was being sarcastic.
Right. And what he could have done is did what Def Noodles did and just said it was a joke, switched his stuff up, and became a comedian. There was so much that this man could have done, but you know what I think it is? I think he wanted this. I think he wanted to be like this like hated like person. I don't personally, I don't know why, but I think that's what he wanted, because anybody in PR or anybody who has taken PR classes knows that they could have came in, revamped this before any of the banning or anything that got really serious. That is not Louis C.K. That's Tom Segura, isn't it?
But I mean,
is that really Tom? Is it really?
Because
It is. I
saying
love
were
him.
Almost so outrageous.
Oh,
and so
I
blunt
love that
many
guy.
people
He's
consider
so
it to
funny.
just sort of be a joke. I'm personally of the belief that the Andrew Tate that exists or existed on social media is not necessarily satire, and it's not necessarily the 100% real Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate encapsulated a very important aspect of the internet, and that's the value of extremes. The more extreme you are in your viewpoint and actions, the more attention you'll get on social media, whether it's people who are mad at you or people who agree with you.
So,
I'm surprised no feminists have ever come for your neck.
no, they've tried, but how can you come for my neck? How can you come for my neck when their basic battle cry, their basic weapons are ineffective? First, let's call them okay, next. You're yeah.
Oh, yikes. So he admitted to being a misogynist. Oh, that's interesting. Not a good look. I mean, so what do you do? So what do you do if you have a daughter as a man and you're a misogynist? That's what happens then. Are you able to use your wife, for your friends to have sex with, or I don't know, maybe you'll sell her diapers for some creeps to sniff so you can make some money? Like, is that the extreme of the misogynist that we're going to where it's like, oh, I have a daughter, who cares? I'll kick her in the stomach. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, until I have a son, I'm not going to care about my daughter. Is that the extreme we're taking it at, or where's the level here? Like, I'm just curious, because I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something about this man is like, I don't want to say off, but like I just feel like it's performative. I gotta go with my gut. My gut is screaming this is performative. It doesn't give me the energy of I'm gonna think this way and feel this way no matter what, and no matter what, you know, scenario or situation that I'm in. He doesn't give me that energy. He gives me the energy of, okay, let me read the room, let me see where I'm at. Okay, this is how it is. All right, this is how I'm gonna play this game, and this is how I'm gonna be, and this is who I'm gonna be in this moment or this episode or this podcast. Like, he gives me that energy. I could be wrong. I don't know this man, and I have not consumed enough of his content to know, but that's what I feel. So you guys tell me, you let me know. But another thing is, you got to use discernment with people like this, because it's it's so easy for those people to just maneuver and manipulate and have a cult-like following like this. It's super easy. Because one, humans don't think for themselves. At the end of the day, people don't think for themselves. They just don't. Which is why people could literally click on this video and be like, oh, let's watch her talk about Andrew Tate, because we all know that she's not gonna like Andrew Tate. Like, she has a vagina, so like, let's watch her do, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even think for themselves, because they think, oh, female, Andrew Tate, oh, it's gonna be bad. Like, immediately, it's not gonna be a cohesive. It's not gonna be, oh, let's hear what he has to say. It's not gonna be any of that. And I think that right there is a problem. But I get it. We live in a world where it's very hard to find substance in humans. I get it. It's very, very hard. And what you think is substance ends up to be this, what we call extremes. And it's unfortunate.
Probably next.
So Andrew
Next is right, fam.
was just saying what he knew would produce outrage. He is the walking, talking, literal definition of outrage marketing.
Yeah.
I think it's important that
And like, the thing is,
the inherent value.
it's easy to do this. Anything extreme, performative, to make people like, oh my God, that's outrageous. Anyone can do that. I think it's more so who would not care to damage their reputation to do it. That is the difference. Who doesn't care? Who's gonna go to the lengths? He went to the lengths. There's some people that can't go to this length. They're gonna be too scared. They're gonna be like, yo, at the end of the day, I gotta have a good reputation. People that don't care about their reputation are very, very dangerous people. I tell people this all the freaking time. Like, if you don't care about your reputation in the way of pleasing other people, and you just say what you want to say, be who you want to be, do what you want to do, those people are very dangerous. And most of the time, those people are by them damn selves. They're by themselves because people can't even handle that energy. Because it's just like, wow, this person really doesn't have any concept of boundaries or social norms. And it's like, yeah, because they dismantled that. They literally don't care for it anymore, because most of the time it's normally led them into some sort of danger. That's how we get entrepreneurs. That's how we get the influencers, the celebrities. And they're just like, oh, I want that level of freedom. I want that life. And it's like, yeah, because they don't want to be a part of the norm. They don't want to be normal. They don't want 8 to 5.
Value of their own rage.
It's interesting.
There's literally a financial incentive.
Not me just eating. I saw Logan Paul.
To keep you angry.
Logan Paul 14.5 mil. That's actually, when you think about how small that is compared to his net worth,
And has all been curated.
That's actually
by himself
insane.
To bring more social media attention through however many means as possible.
the way y'all were talking about her voice, I
He
can't.
really does all the means necessary to build a social media brand.
kinda soothing to me.
personality, creating an echo chamber, outreach marketing, making easily clippable sound bites, having a loyal audience who will post about him, and also having loyal haters who will post about
There
him.
we
It would
go.
be stupid to say that what Andrew Tate says doesn't actually matter because he might not actually believe what he says. Nowadays, especially with the rise of social media, you are who you portray yourself to be.
Bingo.
Your mark on the world is what you post. Just like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. If Andrew Tate doesn't post a thought or opinion that he has, does he even really have that thought or opinion?
And also, I really do believe the things I say, most people intrinsically, even if it's a lesser version of, even if it's less extreme, agree with me. Most men intrinsically agree with a lot of the things I say.
You are what you do. You are what you post. Always be mindful of that, or you might bite the hand that feeds you. But more on that
Very
in
true.
a little bit.
Said fear getting canceled. So the first word incorrect is fear. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't live in fear. Second thing is canceled. If I was going to be afraid of anything on the planet, the last thing I'd be afraid of is getting canceled.
But towards the start of his career, Andrew Tate didn't really talk much about women or relationships. His earlier videos were focused on money, success, and the mindset required to obtain financial freedom.
So anyone who agrees with me and understands how the world truly works, I want you all to have as much money as possible.
A Ty Lopez type,
I can agree
if
with
you
that.
will. imparting his knowledge on the general
Yo,
public. But as
not
Andrew's
Ty Lopez.
platform gradually increased, viewers began requesting advice on women, heterosexual relationships, and gender roles in society.
And let's talk about it. It's the way I had to get up. No, seriously, let's talk about it though. I am absolutely tired of getting on every single app and seeing some form of like a love advice, marriage advice, something to do with, it's honestly so, and let me explain why it's so infuriating to me. I think we have such an issue with bonding with other human beings to develop something that's actually of substance, that is why this is such a heavy conversation within social media. I mean, Kevin Samuels ain't even here no more, and it's still just constantly being and it's to the point where it's just like, no one even has a degree. They're just talking, oh, well, I had this one boyfriend. Oh, well, my baby daddy did this. And oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, oh, well, he ain't a high value man if he ain't doing this. And then that's a low value woman if they doing that. And it's continuously going. And it's to the point where what I'm seeing is a lot of people that don't know how to navigate something. So they talk about it to then help other people figure out how to navigate it. When in reality, there really is no way to navigate love. You're either going to find it, you're not going to find it. It's going to fall in your lap. You're going to go chase it. You're not going to chase it. And that's really about it, right? There's no logical aspect to love. You're literally damn near crazy when you're in love. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there's just so many damn chemicals, hormones going on. Like, there's so much going on that I think that we don't even realize, care, because we're so distracted. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just what it is. So he was smart to talk about it and to make it an extreme, if you will. Because, I mean, that's kind of what Kevin Samuels did, right? Along with everybody else that doesn't do it extreme. They're right there in the middle, but they still get views on it, right? I want to talk about the core of why that is. I don't want to talk about like, oh, this is how you get married in 5 years. This is how you bag a athlete or whatever. Like, I want to talk about what's the core reason that we are in a time that it is so hard for people to connect with others in a way to have longevity and substance. Why is that? What can we do to rectify it? Those are the kind of conversations I want to have. I don't give a damn about your 5 baby daddies and 5 baby mamas. It's annoying. I'm tired, and I literally don't care. Close your legs, okay? Open them if you want to. Close them when you have to.
Society.
What's your opinion on equal rights, women, men, 50-50?
I don't think the world has ever been equal.
And Andrew's bold
It hasn't.
and opinions
Like, sir, let him know, bro.
Feathers, which I think they were designed to do.
Women should clean up. Not only should women clean up, women should clean up unprompted.
Andrew also openly
I'ma need you to shut up.
accused of violence against.
Luckily, I like cleaning, so it wouldn't be a problem, but
Machete and a backhand. I will pick you up with one hand by your teeth. Body slam your ass. And when I'm standing on top of you,
What?
And I'm grabbing you by your neck, and you've learned, I learned in self-defense. When he grabs you by my neck, what I do is I get my fingers in.
Screaming.
Yeah, but you know what they didn't teach you in self-defense?
What?
Here's a little move.
Let me
when
hear
I
it.
grab you by your neck and you start annoying me, trying to resist, and I just.
As Andrew's posts became more and
Oh,
more
he's
outrageous,
wildin'.
he started receiving attention from well-known YouTubers like Mr. Gigi and Leon Lush, who made several commentary videos about him.
I don't even know who that is.
Andrew Tate, luck is on your side. However, I am here to ruin that luck for you right now. Boom! Marketing 101. Look like a complete jackass on the internet. And eventually, the 1% who come across it will be swayed by the same 3 girls you post over and over again. And
Not the same 3. Bye.
Tom Segura and his wife Christiana
Oh my God,
often
Tom
reacted
Segura,
to
I love
Andrew's
him.
videos, Your Mom's House podcast, with their reactions getting hundreds of thousands of views online. And this attention, even though it was mainly critical of Andrew, only helped him gain more and
I
more
bet it did.
popularity. Utilizing outrage marketing and an echo chamber, a person like Tate can gain a pretty substantial social media following through saying outrageous things that people find upsetting enough to post about and criticize, which ends up only marketing Tate to the public. Then, even if 90% of people who come across that commentary content are angered by Andrew Tate and dislike him, if 10% of the people that end up stumbling upon that content actually agree with some of the things he says, that 10% will become loyal followers of Andrew Tate, and then will be presented with more and more of his content over time. And all the other people that 10% follows, engages with, and is friends with will also become presented with Andrew Tate's content, soon becoming encapsulated
It's the
in
way
an
it,
echo
like,
chamber. And Tate
I just keep thinking about all the people I know that follow Andrew Tate, like men. I don't know any females, but the men I'm thinking of. And it's like, God, I wish I could just have a conversation. I just want to have a conversation. Like, tell me more. Like, when was the first time you saw your first Andrew Tate video? And when did you come after? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, what was, I don't know. I'm so curious now because I just don't know. I have been trying to stay away from this man's content for quite some time because people have asked me to react to it, and I just didn't want to. I was like, I don't want to feed it, yo. Y'all are feeding a giant you don't want to feed. Let me tell you. And now look, even Kevin Samuels. I didn't want to. Do I even have any Kevin Samuels reactions? I don't think I do. We're gonna have to find some more Andrew Tate videos because I am shook that you guys are putting him on this pedestal like this.
Figured all this out fairly quickly, and most importantly, knew that he could use.
And you want to know something
very
else?
Loyal followers as another cash cow.
He's actually very smart for being bald. I think a lot of men don't realize what comes with being bald.
Bro, that's worth billions of dollars.
At least when it comes to the averages of.
You have to understand how many people want to do
this,
what
I mean, not the
While
averages, the
also
statistics.
utilizing all of his haters as his own personal marketers.
Even money-wise.
He knew that most people
It's
were
weird.
going to hate him.
Don't ask
that
why I know.
those who followed him
I wanted
were
to cut
going
my
be
hair.
like the men who bought from his cam girl business. People who felt isolated from society. Therefore, if Andrew made his followers feel like they belonged, like he was a voice who understood them and stood for what
Okay, hold on.
belonged, like he was a voice who understood them and stood for what they believed in, they would probably be willing to buy more from him and be very loyal to him.
He's not even
Life
cute.
for a man is harder than life for a woman. Most men live depressing lives.
He's right.
Wife left them. No,
Yeah.
they're invisible to women.
Yeah.
Their kids don't talk to them.
Yeah.
They're just not wanted.
And
He's not
through
wrong.
this loyalty, Tate eventually launched his business, The War Room, to his followers, which was, and I think still is, a global network in which exemplars of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration.
War Room is kind of like
Interesting.
the Illuminati, but cooler. The War Room is very difficult to explain, but it's a private network. It's a network in which you must compete for your place.
In 2019, the course was $500,
Cold
and
master.
today, in 2023, the course is now $5,000.
I know you lying.
Tate also tried to open 15 casinos in Romania, but due to the pandemic, his casinos shut down after only 3 months of opening them. The money he must have lost from that, oh my gosh, not a very top G move, unfortunately. His casinos weren't alpha enough to stand up to COVID. Sorry, I'm being facetious.
Yeah, you are, but I like it. It's okay.
Yes, so in Romania I have 15 branches of a casino. There's no live dealers, it's just machines, so it's like arcade setup. Corona came and that up. So I've been paying 15 rents for a year and a half. So that's been exciting.
So due to the pandemic, and I assume the massive amount of money that he lost on his failed casinos, Andrew needed to find another source of revenue. So, well, that's what he did. And Andrew launched Hustlers University.
Hey, I bet he did. Crazy is like how well he's scamming y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The entire Hustlers University is a network of separate Discord servers. Each server has
Discord.
its own unique specialization, with dedicated professors allegedly handpicked by Tate.
The majority of y'all are gonna waste y'all money.
The specific specializations, that's a tongue twister, include crypto, stocks, freelancing, copywriting, e-commerce, Amazon FBA, and affiliate program. For $50 a month, subscribers can choose their specialization.
Modern university is the biggest scam in the history of art. It's socially acceptable time wasting. And that's why everyone does it, because it's socially acceptable. Not that time to waste. They say to me, well, what do I do instead? And this is the answer. What you do instead is join my university program.
Tate started off with a very loyal following and fan base to promote the course to.
He's funny.
A lot of TikTok videos and biased reviews saying that Andrew Tate is the one true savior that will save you from poverty.
I've never seen a college professor with an SUV3, a McLaren, a Lambo, and an Aston Martin sitting next to a Porsche. No, you've never seen any of this. I know how to make cash.
The biggest differentiator is the Discord group.
Great Hustle University is $50. Anybody can join, and we teach 18 modern wealth creation methods. None of the stuff you've heard of before. Modern wealth creation.
Which also created an additional echo chamber for Andrew Tate, in which his fans, who were also financially intertwined with Tate at this point, could talk to each other and continually support Tate.
Would I suggest buying Hustlers University? Absolutely not, because
You know what he should do? I don't know. Maybe he's already done it. I don't know nothing about this man, but I would love to see him create a what is it? What do you even call these? Subscriptions? I don't even know. But I would love for him to create something in the effect of building a woman, the right woman. I don't know. Influencing women in what they should be doing in this time frame, whatever it is, right? Because what I'm hearing is that he actually has good advice for women, at least from the comment section. Let me just say that from the comment section. So I would be curious to see him actually do that and succeed in it. So I'm editing and I came across this video, obviously after I stated this, so I guess he's doing it. I'll definitely keep an eye out. I think that would actually change a lot of the narratives that are being spun. Because for me, my narrative that's been literally like shoved down my throat on TikTok is Andrew Tate hates women. He hates women and he's destroying the youth of men. Like that is what is the narrative being like shoved down my throat on TikTok. Whereas on Instagram, like I said in the previous video, if I'm seeing like my friend, meaning a guy friend, I don't have any girlfriends that share Andrew Tate's content, but if a guy that I know shares Andrew Tate content, it's normally has nothing to do with females. It has nothing to do with destroying the youth. It's normally something that is educational. So that's why I really wanted to watch this, because I want to really understand and grasp what is it that was the nail in that coffin? Like that, what was that moment? I just was like, I'm just gonna ignore it. I was ignoring all of the controversy because it wasn't something I wanted to talk about. So now that he is actually banned everywhere, I'm just honestly curious on just who this person is, like his life and his influence right now. It's just like
all the information you can find there, you can find on
Are
YouTube.
y'all okay?
It'll literally be 20 times better on YouTube.
And to effectively grow this business, Tate needed to continually grow his social media following so that
Correct.
he could continue to feed people through the pipeline. And Andrew realized producing his own content was too limited, and he needed to collaborate with people who already had followings and platforms.
I decided to step up my overall exposure because of a new product I launched. I run an online school that teaches people how to make money online.
And one podcast that really helped him do that was the Fresh and Fit podcast. Fresh and Fit are well known in what is called the manosphere, which Cat here on YouTube has an incredible video on. But the manosphere is basically a group of content creators who have very strong opinions on male and female gender roles in society.
I can love you with all my heart. I can be ready to die for you, take a bullet for you. But I'll still...
Fresh and Fit.
But I'll still what?
Videos
What did he say?
Tate. And now
Did he say I'll still F up? Is that what he said? God, this is gonna be a hard part for me to watch, you guys, because I actually have a personal experience with those in the circle of Fresh and Fit, and this personal experience pissed me off to a level I can't even explain. Like, I really almost came home and made a whole video outing all of these people, putting their Instagrams. Like, I still follow some of them, they still follow me, so I didn't do that. But you guys, when I tell you, I was livid. Like, I was actually super pissed. Like, that was when I knew that none of these people respect women at all. I was at an event. I've met these people. Even Steven Speaks was there. Is it Steven Speaks? Stephen Speaks? Y'all know who I'm talking about with dreadlocks. You guys, I was highly pissed. So I'm gonna do my best to shut up right now because I'm really not trying to, you know what I mean, comfort people right now. I'm just gonna shut up.
Now, 3 of their most viewed podcast episodes include the top G himself. Another podcast that helped Andrew increase his popularity online was the Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura. And
Tom
in the
Segura.
podcast, Andrew Tate
I love him.
self-proclaimed king of toxic masculinity.
Oh, is that where he said it?
One from the new studio, and we thought we should come out with a banger of a guest. So we are very, very happy to welcome to the new studio G's right here in Austin, Texas, the great Cobra Tate.
Oh my God.
Cobra Tate's here, everybody.
Because they're considered the king of toxic masculinity.
Look, he's excited about it. He's like, yeah.
Some people theorized that his behavior was
What is
all
wrong with y'all? Are y'all okay?
and
I can't wait for y'all to get
disliked
HIV.
his and sadistic takes,
Dirty
while
asses.
others praised him for being the
I just wanna
ultimate
put this on
alpha
again.
male. Either way, people were talking about him, and Tate became the main subject of conversation throughout various online communities, causing his social media following to significantly increase.
Over 100,000 people from signing up for Hustleversity, which at $50 a month nets him $5 million a month.
Tate himself claimed he already had money, and Hustlers University was just him teaching others
For
out
fun.
of pure generosity.
So
Funsies.
we are the #1 educational platform on the planet, and I will say this now. Anybody who's serious about making money should be inside, because $49 is not going to help you in any other way in your life.
Why not just make free YouTube videos on it?
Yo,
That
he's
sounds
good at
legit.
scamming
And
y'all.
then Tate hatched
He
what
good.
I would call almost an evil plan that was smart, unfortunately, for him to gain more and more of a following on social media and virtually go viral, where he utilized his members of the War Room, his other business where people were paying him $5,000, to create several fan pages for himself.
Runs is called Hustleversity, where he teaches you how to make fast money.
Sir, you are
Only
smart.
Pay $50 a month. And one of these
People
fast
are
money
so
methods
dumb.
turns
I
out to be
can't.
selling Hustleversity to new people by posting clips of him, Andrew Tate.
Basically, anything that was a clippable soundbite of Andrew Tate got reposted by his War Room members. Whenever Andrew
Free advertisement.
had a podcast or talk show, people clipped as many segments as possible and re-uploaded them on all social media
Y'all
platforms.
are
People
really this
worked
gullible.
hard to get Andrew Tate's name out there. They
Crazy.
were dedicated on making sure their top G got his time in the spotlight.
What does top
And
G
the whole
mean?
thing
Like-
is pretty cult-like. It's as if
It is
he
definitely
believed he was
cult-like.
some sort of prophet and needed to share his sacred teachings with the world.
I wish his
Some
dad
of
was
Andrew's
alive, to be
students
honest.
Had accounts with hundreds of thousands
I
of
really do.
followers, all from reposting Andrew Tate's content. And these accounts had a financial incentive from Andrew Tate to, well, blow him up and make him go viral. In the bio of their pages, they have an affiliate link to the Hustlers University course, meaning if
He
someone
got y'all
signs up
good.
through their link to Hustlers University, they receive
Ooh.
a 10% cut.
We have people who are financially incentivized pushing his content everywhere to gain affiliate commissions, and we have people on the opposite side.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Just this little segment right here. This man has definitely done some research into the occult. He did it so well. I kind of have to commend him. And not to say they're manipulated, right? But at the same time, if the packaging is right, right? If the packaging is right, then the packaging is right. Because at the end of the day, of course you can go to YouTube and find, you know, this many, that many, you know, helpful videos, clip them all together and become, you know, whatever mogul you want to become. But, you know, he's just stepping in and doing it for you. You know, and arranging it, if you will. Again, it's the packaging. And people fell for the packaging. I mean, who am I supposed to fault for that? You know what I'm saying?
I do hate him saying he's running a pyramid scheme.
So thousands of
Pyramid
students
scheme.
are reposting
Is that
Andrew
illegal?
Tate's content,
No.
receiving hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of views, flooding every single social media algorithm with his videos, making Andrew Tate an overnight sensation.
Insane.
It's genius, evil genius.
It is
because all the while
evil,
they
yeah.
also believe they're gonna get some sort of kickback from this.
A user in one of the Discord groups writes, I've only been here for 2 days and made half of my money back. The image is a screenshot from a Hustlers University affiliate's email stating this user recruited someone into the program. A customer recruits another customer in order to make money. That sounds like the possibility of a pyramid scheme.
What does that remind you of? Basically, every single multi-level marketing business out there, or pyramid-shaped business, where someone at the top is making most of the money while recruiting unders below them and telling them they can make money too through promoting the business, all for the people at the top. Except for in this business, only Andrew Tate is at the top and nobody else. And essentially, your average Joe will bump into Andrew Tate content on social media. And what will they see? A tall, shiny...
Is he tall? Do y'all think he's attractive? For the ladies that are actually here watching this, do y'all think he's attractive?
Professional fighter who became a self-made multimillionaire and flashes his lifestyle for millions of followers. And
I don't
they want
think
to be
so.
just like him. However, to
Not for
become
me,
like
but...
him, you need to follow Andrew Tate's blueprint, which people can find behind
Blueprint.
a subscription membership. He tells them that in order to make money, you need to invest. And these men, or mostly men, take him at his word and invest or pour their money into Hustlers University. At this point, it's too late to turn back. The cost sunk fallacy kicks in, where they invested so much money and time into believing Andrew Tate and preaching the gospel of Andrew Tate.
He did it well.
That they can't turn back or just believe it's all a lie. They've already spent hours indulging in...
Another thing that I think is not being highlighted here is I don't necessarily think this was overnight. I didn't know his entire life. Now that I know his entire life, or at least from what she's saying here, I mean, he's just playing the game, right? He's playing the game. And he did it well. He did it well is really where we're at. And I think the core of this lies in the morality of human beings and the substance of who we are as humans in this time. That's really where I see this lies. Because you can be angry at Andrew Tate, but if you're feeding it, you're feeding it, right? That's it. That's really what it comes down to. If you're feeding it, you're feeding it. Point blank period. Even me right now, as I sit here, I am feeding it, right? I'm feeding the energy, the attention of Andrew Tate. And that's why for so long I was just so curious. I'm like, why are people feeding this person so much? Like, I'm not understanding, like, what is the point? What are you gaining from loving this man compared to the thousands of other successful men that, you know, have wives and multiple, you know, homes and stuff like that. Like, there are men that have way more money than Andrew Tate, way more. And even though 355 million is a lot, there are men that have over 500. There are men that are in the billion. I mean, there are men that have more money. So what is it about Andrew Tate that separates him from those people? That's what I want men to explain to me. And what I'm hearing is more so of Andrew Tate explaining and expressing the truth of what it is like to be a man in this world. And that is a fact. However, it's constantly hidden, right? So a lot of people say, suck it up, you're a man, you got grow some hair on your chest, whatever the term is, right? It's always hidden. And that's what I hate so much, because what he's not allowing to happen here is the other aspect, which is being a man that's comfortable in your feminine energy, right? Being a man that's comfortable being like, yeah, I felt like crap today and I really don't want to, you know, take care of the kids or talk to anybody. Like, I just want to go take a bubble bath and maybe, you know, watch a game, read a book, and go to bed, and that's it, right? But even just to express that as a man is like, you want to take a bubble bath? You want to read a book? You're a man. You're supposed to be always on, ready to go, take care of me, work out, like, right? So it's continuous performance for men, which I fully understand and I get, but I don't think they have an outlet to talk about that. That right there is like what I think Andrew Tate did very well. And it's actually kind of sad. It's actually really, really sad. And I think a lot of women don't talk about it, and it is something that I do at least try to bring up when it's, you know, coming to my content, because I do think that men are very much in a turmoil that a lot of people don't even realize is a turmoil because of how long the social norms of how men operate has been. It's been so long that it's like, okay, either you're gonna be that, and if you're not, then like you're gay, you're feminine, you ain't a top G, whatever it is that you guys, you know, like to say to, you know, put yourselves down. But at the same time, I see a strong man as somebody that can be in their feminine energy. That's what I consider a strong man. So the only time that I've seen Andrew Tate's feminine energy come out within this video was when she was talking about how he was the one speaking to the men but behind the women's faces. So he felt that he did better at dismantling the men and getting their money and all of that good stuff. That would be him tuning into his feminine energy. Obviously observing the masculine energy of that other man, obviously being a check, right, for his business, and he's bringing his feminine energy, but also using his masculine energy to then get that fish or check or bag, whatever you want to call verbiage wise. But that's what he did. Like, there is so many strong attributes to feminine energy as well as masculinity energy. And I really want people to understand that. Like, I don't like the whole, oh, well, if you're a woman, like, obviously you're in your feminine energy. No, like, there are some women that have to be in masculine energy just to survive, and vice versa. There are men that have to be in feminine energy just to survive. You really never know. So the whole aspect of thinking that we all have one or the other is so dumb to me. We have both, and both should be utilized, point blank, period.
In Tate-related content, Tate tent, if you will, and they follow
Tate
his
tent,
instructions,
bye.
never understanding that the only person profiting from all of this is Andrew Tate, because Andrew Tate,
I think they're aware of that,
contradicts his own advice. When asked by Twitch streamer Aiden Ross,
No, I think they're aware of that. I think they don't care. That's the thing. People don't, I will keep going back to discernment and substance. That's what it was. I don't think people have a problem knowing that Andrew Tate is at the top. I don't think that's a problem, because if that was a problem, then he wouldn't be making as much money as he's been making, especially like from the numbers that you're saying right now. I don't think it matters. I think people are trying to make that matter, which I get. I totally get, but I don't think they care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anybody that is for Andrew Tate cares that Andrew Tate is at the top making more money. You tell me, okay? For anybody that's still here, you let me know. Because I don't think that's it.
Six-pack quick. What's the best?
Oh, how to get a
fastest
six-pack
way to get a
quick?
six-pack?
That's
Tate
funny.
responded, why does it have to be quick? Why does it have to be easy? Because suffering is what gives it value.
Interesting that he said that. Very interesting that he said that. That's what I mean by he didn't play the short game. He actually played the long game. And that came into my head when he was on Big Brother. I was like, oh, he did Big Brother. Okay, so he was thinking of the long game when he did that, because you don't just hop on a reality TV show and think like it's not going to affect your life. It's going to affect your life for the rest of your life. It's going to be there for the rest of your freaking life. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like this wasn't an overnight success. I think people are trying to make it seem that way, but I don't think that's what this was.
Everyone had a six-pack and it was quick.
I think he built this really slowly and like
why not tell your audience
with huge
to
like
find their own
bursts
path, that would be
of
the
attention
more
between it.
difficult route, as opposed to handing them the blueprint. But Tate doesn't profit that way. According to Tate, the average amount of money an individual signed to Hustlers University would make in their first month is $300. That's a $250 profit in 30 days, which is $8 a day or $1 an hour.
The average amount of money the person makes in their first month is only $300. Doesn't matter. It costs you $50 to join.
Through posting his content to promote an affiliate link where he still makes money, you can make significantly more fast money working at a fast food restaurant than you can posting your affiliate.
There's not a lot of laws around that right now.
Yet again, another echo chamber. So maybe Andrew Tate isn't actually the king of toxic masculinity, but the king of echo chambers. Throughout 2022, Tate has been considered king of manipulation, a like figure for younger, directionless, lonely.
There we go, directionless. Yeah.
Man, you shouldn't even be watching the podcast. It's that simple. Every single one of you that's serious about their money needs to be inside of Hustlers University. Every single one of you that's serious about their life needs to be inside of the world.
The White Ribbon Campaign, a non-profit advocating against male-on-female violence, considers Tate's commentary extremely misogynistic and its possible long-term effects on his young male audience concerning. And I think the most dangerous thing about Andrew Tate's messages is not the adult men with their own fully formed brains who follow Tate because to some extent they already shared the opinions and views that he had, but the young children who are coming across Andrew Tate's content and believing what he says because so many people are promoting his content and commentating on it. I have no idea how much damage that will cause to future generations, but it's definitely extremely concerning.
And there we go. That right there is something I have really been noticing, and really more so with people that do have kids right now. And I think the only reason that this is a conversation is because of social freaking media. Because before social media, we had people influences us the wrong way all the time. Were we not just randomly uncut BT Nelly over here putting a card through a booty? I mean, if you were there, you remember, right? So I feel like now what it is we don't have people actually parenting kids anymore. We have screens parenting kids. And then that then affects what they then learn. Because obviously any parent that really knows what's going on with their kid is going to step in and be like, okay, look, I understand that you're interested in this Andrew Tate person. My bad, y'all. My camera died. But like I was saying, you can be interested in Andrew Tate, but you need to have discernment to understand that, no, I don't want my son to be misogynistic. I don't want my daughter to think like she is not going to be capable of anything because she's not a man. Like, as long as you step in to do that for your kids, I don't think there should be any issue with anybody saying some off-the-wall stuff, because there's been off-the-wall stuff since we were, like, before we were even born or even here. But we have 15 freaking minutes left of this video, so we will wrap it up tomorrow. Actually, we have 10 minutes left. We literally only have 10 minutes left. Let's do a part 3 so I can really, like, you know, dive deep about what I think. I'm not gonna lie, this video is a little biased. You're absolutely not wrong. It definitely is biased, but I get where she's coming from and I get the outrage that is needed to discuss this conversation. But I think that there are other things that need to be notified and corrected within this whole situation that has nothing to do with what we can do. Meaning we already are in the internet. We already got the phones in our faces. We already got the radiation going on right now as we speak. So it's like there's so much that I think leads to the problems that they're trying to stop. But I'll see you on part 3.
Pulling out the coupe in the lot.